here we go. The fourth part, if I'm not mistaken. Last video, if you watch these in sequence, I drifted off a bit. I'm sorry for that. It was late. But the last thing I talked about was blue, so we'll start here. I gotten some questions to do on demand videos, because someone was asking about CDs. Now, I haven't shown a lot of CDs, just because, I don't know, they're upstairs. And I'm going to start showing CDs maybe, but only if it's worth it. And the first video or the first series will be these Southern CDs, all the same package but different covers. So that's coming up. And then I'm going to do, I started to do these flyer, or I did a flyer video, and people seem to like it, so I'm going to do a series called Paperworks. It got started off when I found the stuff between the books that are here, and this was in there. So we're going to do the flyer stuff, but go into stuff like this, and books. So yeah, that's coming up. Now, let's get into it. We are transferring out of hardcore into a tiny bit of trash, and then into some new metal-ish, and then into doom, because let's face it, today I should have been at Roadburn, but I don't know, man. My anxiety peaked a little bit this morning because I watched some news or talked to some people. So put on my best shirt and we're making videos. That's the best I can do. Cursed 2, Chris Callahan band, yeah, one of the better, in my opinion, that he did. This is proudly sponsored by Canada on Goodfellow Records. And yeah, it's a classic in the genre. If you don't know Cursed, try to look them up. They have a good link with Europe. They played a lot of Europe shows and European tours. I saw them once, but I don't know where. Did I say everything? Yes. Let's juice up. Juice up, not juice up. Minor Threats, the compilation. I got this from Reflections Records, Johan. Yeah. I talked about this because when I drifted off, the last thing I said was blue. This was going to be next, believe it or not. Not intentionally, but here it is. Yeah, the compilation that has everything, or the compilation of the two 7-inch EPs originally released in '81. It says here on Discord, of course. Sitting on the steps, not drinking beer. This is just not an original copy, but a '84, I think, repress of that. So yeah, absolute fucking classic from the beginning to end. This is the track list. What's my favorite track on here? Screaming at a Wall, I guess. Tao did it. They will make an appearance later. Like I said, we're moving into Roadburn territory because that music, I call it Roadburn because a lot of bands play there, a lot of genres and styles. It got stuck in there for a long time, so that will be a bulk. The last thing, hardcore, I wanted to show is this one, Void, Hit and Run and Condensed Flesh. Also a demo compilation. A lot of songs on here, 22 on the first, then 231 on Condensed Flesh, and Live 83, so there are almost 40 tracks on here. I didn't have the split for the longest time because I was confused, because I had this, I had another Void, and then I had some Fates, but I didn't have the split, which I realized, middle of last year. But yeah, this is on Funk Weekend Records, a bootleg, but you have to expect that with Void. One of those outliers, like Curse is an outlier. Minor Threat started, Straight Edge. It's always something, a band that does a little bit more, that kind of piques my interest still in their hardcore, or in the hardcore genre. The classic Double Cross, very nice pressing, very clean pressing. This got played a lot when I first got it, but it is an abrasive listen. There are a live band also first, but I guess for every hardcore band that applies. So Void, get into it. Very influential on a lot of styles, a lot of people. Then this one, Metallica. and Justice for All. I grew up on the Black Album because that's how old I am, that's what my dad had. And so I got to know Metallica in retrograde. I got to go back, so I started with the Black Album, then went back and never went further. Maybe I heard some new stuff, but like Saint Anger, great record. Lulu, great record. And Justice for All. This was a record that kind of was the soundtrack to the summer of the last years. I felt like a kid. There was this guy at a campsite. We were staying at my grandparents, and his name was Nico, I think. He had an older brother, and his parents had a caravan, and he had a small caravan for himself. And we just played, that summer we played this record all the time, this and Rage Against the Machine, for some reason. So I know this in and out, but it's been years since I heard it. And then my wife's uncle gave me his record collection. This was in there, so there's a resurgence coming. Double LP. Thanks, Peter, for these incredible records. So yeah, that's like I said, last summer I felt like a kid, because at the end of this summer we went to an amusement park called the Efteling, and yeah, I noticed there that that wasn't for me, so it was over. I didn't become an adult, I still am not, but I think until 26, so I had some child years left. That's the Peter Pan syndrome, I guess. Then the Black Sabbath album, I got to know them by damn, Born Too Late, that will show up too. Yeah, Headless Cross. One of the albums my dad had on CD. I got this, I don't know where I got it. Maybe also from, no, it's not from Peter, but I don't know. Headless Cross. Maybe from my friend Paki. Possible. It has this cutout disco sleeve looking thing. Iommi, Cozy Powell, Tony Martin on vocals, Jeff Nichols and Lawrence Cottle, so just Iommi is in here. But I always knew the track Headless Cross because as a kid you just play the first track of a CD and then you lose interest and do something else. But when I heard it again, When Death Calls, that track, in the middle there, damn, I get chills. IRS pressing, very flimsy. The year should be mid-80s or something like that, or 90s maybe. 89. So yeah. Black Sabbath, if you don't know Black Sabbath, you're missing out. If you're into them. If you're not, you're not. And then the last one that is kind of a transition record into, I don't know, maybe a bonus video for this. This is Sisters of Mercy. It's in the Sad Boy bin. First and last and always, just a cool record. That was also in the Black Planet, Walk Away, No Time to Cry. Yeah, you can look at it for yourself. Romantically industrial, dark, brooding, very light industrial actually. Possession. Yeah, you know, Sisters of Mercy. But I was going to say they have tracks that are like Dali paintings. You've heard them so much, but actually you don't. They're all good. Look at the guys. It's all correct, but that's how it's supposed to be, I guess. This is one of the records also from Peter that were passed around and played at parties, so they look amazing actually. Thanks to all the shout outs and the comments on these videos. Mike Seatown, for example, there were a ton of other people that made some great comments, and it's great to, what was it, a torch in the darkness of COVID, to be a torch in the darkness of COVID. That was a cool one. Into nu metal, like I promised, I don't have much. I have Deftones White Pony, which is by no means nu metal, classic nu metal, but just like Cursed and Void, this is a step outside, in my opinion, but it counts, or it's in that realm. Chi Chang, I think when I made the fucked up hardcore and punk videos, I think that was the birthday of Chi-Chang or something like that, the bassist that sadly passed away, maybe after an accident or something. Yeah, this is an absolute classic. This is a re-release on Maverick Records from, the album is 2000, I think. I got this 2 years ago or something. On here, no. Yeah, absolute classic. In my opinion, their best, yeah, maybe the one before this, which I'm blanking out, with the girl in the pool, is their best. It's just black with center labels. There's a hype sticker in here. For the first, available for the first time in 10 years. Change in the House of Flies, Knife Party, Passenger, and more. Yeah, great album, great tracks. Change in the House of Flies, yes. Yeah, my favorite tracks on here are Knife Party, RX Queen is good. They're all good, but yeah, Passenger has Maynard from Tool on here. It's weird how much hate there is for Tool. Not lately, because they've always been a polarizing band, but I don't like the last record by no means, because it seems like a regurgitation of every good song they have. Especially when you work on it that long and it's then just so bland, I guess. I'm not too harsh on them, although, because I haven't listened to it, but maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it'll click in a few years. I'm not sure. What has clicked, and this is an album I can never listen to again, I think, is Lateralis by Tool. Their landmark, I guess, their best. I like Opiate, I like Undertow, I like Aenima, I like 10,000 Days, but this I love. This was also when I was studying in Brussels, I think. It is the maybe only official version of this record. So this is the, yeah, what is that? The Alex Gray artwork with the rainbow foil stamp mandala eye circles that he does. It is by no means, it's a cool looking record, but you know, it's just those things. The inserts both have the eyes in gray and track listing. There we go. Yeah, it is a very good album. It is Fibonacci sequence laden prog metal. Yeah, I think it's good. There's a picture disc with the nice dissected flaming shock rock corpses. And yeah, Tool. Like I said, polarizing in many. I see people really hate them. That's kind of weird. The artwork alone and the clips that Adam does. Yeah, maybe I need to do a video about Tool. But I don't have a lot of their shit, because it's the originals. Like this one, this is doable because they pressed a lot, but like Undertow and Aenima, those are insane prices. Put the patch in. That was never, it was never on the jacket. It's just a cool patch. There's also I also have the poster, so I am a bit of a fanboy. But like I said, I listen to it so much, it's too much. Lateralis. You should see the clips, man. Adam worked on Jurassic Park at Terminator and stuff like that, so it's his stop motion stuff. That is really great. Then a compilation, just to, I should have pulled out a Motorhead also, but Lemmy's on here together with a lot of people. Who is on here? Lemmy, Kronos, King Diamond, Snake from Voivod, Wino, Max Cavalera, Gold Medal for the True, Dave Grohl's Metallic Beast Unleashed, Robot. Another polarizing figure, Dave Grohl, maybe more for me because I like him. He played in Nirvana, he's a good drummer, he played on Queens of the Stone Age records. There's something about the guy, I don't know, maybe he is too happy, but why not be happy, you know? He made this, and he never made a second one, which is too bad, but this is Robot on Southern Lord. And this record got played a whole lot. It is just a very good comp he did. All the tracks, he played all the music, and then he let the singers do their thing. Ooh, the record's done. we done? Wait, I'll check. No, 15 minutes. 15. We'll put on Cursed Part 2, I guess, to make it snappy. I got the snivels. Hope everybody's doing okay, by the way. Where were we? Oh yeah, Pro Wow. I have a lot of shit laying around. 2 heavy records. It's Southern Lord, so it's not the very thick sleeves that Sun has, but it's very cool nonetheless. The spot gloss monster on the cover, and this is, now that I see it, it makes perfect sense, but I don't think I knew. The artwork is done by the guy in Voivod. What's his name? Not Piggy. Oh, it's on here. Snake, yeah. So yeah. Kronos, Cavalera, Lemmy, Mike Dean, Axis Babylon, then Kurt Brecht, Lee Dorian, that guy. Wino, Tom G, Warrior Snake, Eric Wagner, and King Diamond. Here are all logos for the bands that were in there. The inside gatefold is pictures of all the people involved and some recording notes. My favorite track is My Tortured Soul on here, with Eric Wagner. I think he's from Trouble, if I'm not mistaken. They played an MTV2 Headbangers Ball, MTV2 Headbangers Ball live show together with the guys from Sun, and I think it was Dave on drums back then. That's the only thing I ever saw live. I think there was a clip with Lemmy for the Shaker Blood, which had the Suicide Girls. That was a thing for a while. The Suicide Girls. I had a sticker on a pencil box, and that's how I kind of got to know a guy. I would. We are delving, or we are jumping way head first into doom metal now. I should have done Probot and then the new metal and then Black Sabbath, but it's a short jump. Here we are with Dopetron. Electric Wizards, English 70s horror movie worship. Oz Osbourne, what's his name? And his wife are the core. It kind of changed throughout the years. Nifty little patch in there. There you go. Yeah, what's to say about these guys? Wheat Lovers, Doom, Sabbath Worship. This is on Rise Above Records, of course. There you go. These are a bit battered. They're old records that got played a lot. These are the weed green 180 gram thick slab versions of this. It's more neon green, but you know, you get the point. Rise Above, a very influential label for this kind of music, and a ton of other bands that one will show up later. The other one is also just green. So yeah, what's the Mind Transferal? Joss Osborne, Tim Bagshaw, and Mark Greening on this one. So Liz was not on here. Yeah, it's just very, very good. Doom. Finum 70, Funeralopolis, which is a beast. They play it live all the time. Dopetron, Mind Transferal, Weird Tales. Yeah, it's all good. We hate you. Nice sentiments, guys. But yeah, Dopetron. Yeah, if you like your music slow, Sabbathy, riff-laden, heavy, slow, again, Electric Wizard, and especially Dopetron, because they had a lot of THC in their system. That's the Roadburn, one of the Roadburn bands. This is a band that, together with Ghost, because Ghost I saw live at Roadburn, I don't know what year, maybe 2012, one of their first shows with the first Pope or whatever. Together with Thomas, we went to Roadburn. The first show we saw at the Midi, that was it. Or there was a Pope on stage with some weird skin, you know, Ghost. And that's the weekend I met him, and I knew Rink, and I I forget the other guy's name, which is sadly, I don't know. I got the new cuff. I think cuff. Still a hard word to pronounce. This is on Relapse, and this is called Ritual Abuse. This is painful, misanthropic, hateful, slow, painful again, doom metal, played very loud. Live it was, they played later in the day, or maybe I was already very out there, but they played so loud in the Batcave, I think it was packed, and yeah, it was a live experience. That Fell Voices in that same Batcave, I think Liturgy also in that Batcave. There were some, I saw Attila there, which was mind-blowing with a video projection. It's insane what I saw in that room. Rest in peace, Batcave and Roadburners. To all the Roadburners, man, I don't know, what's a year? You'll get the same quality to Walter and Becky and everyone else. Stay safe, man. I mean, there's nothing more to do, just you did the right thing. So yeah, that's that. Back to Cuff. Mind Collapse, Urine Suffering, Crippled Wizards, Crooked Spine, Ritual Abuse, Acid Witch, bonus track. Peter Chandler, Dave Cisco, Joseph Arcaro, and Brandon Morrissey. Yeah. I fell in love with this band, and I fell in love with the people I saw. Stef was also there. What's the conductor's name? Damn it. You know who we are, Bruxelles. But yeah, Cuff. To get this in, fucking sleeves. Last thing I'll show you, a later, maybe when I was coming out of the Roadburn music cycle, and I must have been into Black at the time, maybe already, I'm not sure. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. This is Mind Control by Uncle Acid. And the Deadbeats, it was Uncle Acid by Dan here. Does it say? Oh yeah, on the spine it still says Deadbeats. Mind Control, another 70s, but more cult worship instead of gangs and motorcycles. But it has motorcycles too. It takes all the boxes. But yeah, a good band, very good live band, especially at the time when we saw them, and that was in Thx maybe. The same night as Bataclan they played Thx, which was not a good one. That was Mind Control, not Mind Control, the other one. A later album. But yeah, this is Mountain Praxis, Mindcrawler, Poison Apple, Desert Ceremony, Evil Love, Dead Valley Blues, Follow the Leader, Valley of the Dolls, which explains a lot, and Devil's Work. So. Very cool record. This is not the die-hard version. I have some die-hard versions for them. This was actually a nice one, if I remember, with a die cut and a badge from the front. But this is just as good. There you go. Black, yes. There was also an orange one, I think. There you go. What did I throw in there? I have the back patch of the Rotten Apple, but that was there for a long time. Now it's True Widow. But there's this sticker, and there's this badge in there. So it's my own little die-hard package. Put this out to play. There you go. Next up is Bong Ripper, Into Sleep, and then we'll work our way through until we reach here, and then we're going into Sludge, Hydra Heads, Southern Lords, some self-release Belgium stuff. That's what we'll do. So, expect that. Expect the paperwork to start up with some paper, and then the CD, the Southern, with this as the main ticket. I'll ask it now already if you have the Shit and Shine Ladybird LP version of this, because it was in my collection on Discogs, but I can't find it anywhere, so I have to trust the real world today. If you have this on 12-inch and you don't want to sell it from 40, but for a normal price, I'll take it off your hand. Somebody must have that. That's it. We're out. See you in part 5.